two well-known online personalities, Diamond and Silk, who might be known as Lynette Hardaway and Rochelle Richardson, they're sisters. They used to be small-town ex-Democrats, but they found fame as warriors for Trump. They recently testified before Congress, under oath, I may add, about Facebook and where conservatives stand on that platform, because many Republican lawmakers, personalities feel like they are being discriminated against on the social platforms that tend to lean left, being from Silicon Valley. Some have spoken out about it, including Senator Ted Cruz, who claimed Facebook blocked Trump supporters, Diamond and Silk's page with 1.2 million followers. Representative Joe Barton from Texas said, "Why is Facebook censoring conservative bloggers such as Diamond and Silk?" And Diamond and Silk were not having it when they went to go see Congress representatives about this.
You ladies are very impressive to me. You have taken something and you have moved forward with it, exercising your First Amendment rights, and you've made a ton of money off of Facebook. Isn't that correct?
Absolutely not, because Facebook censored us for 6 months.
Now, Donald Trump introduced you all at a rally last year, and he introduced y'all saying that you were very popular and you had made a ton of money based on your affiliation with him. Isn't that correct?
Let me tell you what he was doing. He was calling those things that was not as though they were, is what he was doing then. But let me tell you something.
He has given you.
But Facebook censored us for 6 months.
It goes on.
Can I just jump in for a second?
Sure.
Now, later, Kim is going to give you the details on how they're getting funded and outright lies that they've told. But I do really appreciate her fire and passion. I mean, I don't agree with her, and again, there were some lies told there, but I don't know, something appeals to me in that form of communicating.
Well, I'll just interject this one thing. When they started, Diamond and Silk, I had them on my podcast. We checked in with them every other week because they have that. They have that, what you're talking about.
Yes,
this charismatic dynamic. They're kind of the greatest show on earth, sort of, for when they're talking. The problem is they became very powerful and very influential, and their message is pretty toxic.
Well, it's influenced by, well, you'll know in just a second. So Kim, take it away.
Well, what I want to get to is the idea that conservatives are being throttled or censored on social media, that they're not getting the reach that they should be getting, and that's a fallacy. That is not happening. I have some data. It comes from CrowdTangle. It's a social media analytics program for Facebook. It is owned by Facebook. What you're looking at here is the total interactions for Diamond and Silk on in March of 2018. You can see that's when they were allegedly getting censored, is when they got very high engagement, much higher than they had gotten a year prior. Once you compare it to, let's say, liberal-leaning content, on the next slide, including the Young Turks on there, it's consistent, if not better, in a lot of cases, their engagement at least. So,
man, Mike really got hurt.
Yeah, Mike took a dive.
Yeah,
I'm sorry about that. But that's a little tangential. In particular, if you single out the Rachel Maddow show, which is the most popular cable news program, on the next slide, so her video views went from 6 million to 1.2 million, while Diamond and Silk's went from 4.1 million to 1.8 million. They both went down, though you will notice the percentage is much higher for Rachel Maddow's, and Diamond and Silk are beating Rachel Maddow's show right now. So the data doesn't support what they're saying is happening at all. They're actually doing as good, or if not better, in the time that they said they were being censored or throttled or held back. So it just feels like it feeds into this idea that Republicans feel like
that they're victims?
Conservatives feel like they're victims, and everyone is against them and bringing them down, and nothing is their fault, and we're...
Well, the thing that I will say is, the squeaky wheel gets the attention, and getting the attention means that you will drive more traffic to your page, and that's exactly what happened here. And their page was already doing well. And by the way, I wouldn't want anyone to be censored. But the truth is, anyone who does any type of political commentary on Facebook right now is getting hurt and getting hurt badly. And its algorithm changes that, as you could see from that data, negatively impacted us as well. And you just don't hear as many people on the left, yelling and screaming about it. And so they got a lot of, positive attention. It drove up traffic on their page. It is what it is, but the victimhood thing does get tiresome and frustrating.
I mean, what's happening across the board is broader shifts in Facebook. If you have some kind of Facebook page for anything, not just politics or news, you may have noticed a drastic shift recently that is happening to everyone, though most people aren't claiming it's a personal attack on them and their views.
Right.
This is more single.
So where do they get their funding from? Because that's actually something that recently
I know
broke.
you're excited for this.
I am. I'm super. It's not that I'm excited. It's that look. It's not that I'm excited. It's that recently, when we were talking about another conservative African American woman who used to be very liberal, I made the argument that it seems as though there are corrupting factors at play, because it's weird to go make a complete 180 out of nowhere and go from being I'm super liberal, left-leaning to all of a sudden I love Trump, I'm going to campaign for Trump. And it's not just Trump-related things. It's going from saying things that point to the injustices that your community is facing to all of a sudden now you're talking about how Black people need to stop crying because they're in a privileged position. I mean, that is such a complete 180. So again, I made the point that I believe, and again, it is my speculation, that there might be corrupting factors. There might be some, there might be money at play.
Well, let's
and people
talk
are
about
like,
money.
that's a racist thing to say. No. I think that there might be some data to back it up. So Kim, take it away.
What's funny is that you said the very liberal part. They were actually complaining that Facebook had labeled them as very liberal on their pages, and they couldn't. It was impossible to change. It is possible to change. I've changed mine several times. That's also not true. So they were under fire a bit about where they were getting their money, and they said again and again and again, no, we're not taking Trump's money. Trump never paid us. We never took money. However, some filings from the FEC, the Federal Election Commission, say otherwise. They did receive $1,274 from Donald J. Trump for President, Inc. They did say, after being reminded they were under oath, that that was reimbursement for travel. But let's look at the other two entries on that FEC filing. Volunteers for Nealon.
What?
Volunteers for Nealon, $7,000. Who is Nealon? You may remember recently that this candidate was running against or for Paul Ryan's seat, Speaker Paul Ryan's seat, and it recently came out that he is a white nationalist.
Yeah. Okay, that's it. That's all we wanted you guys to know. Just a little bit of information for you.
You just watched the video by the Young Turks, the home of the revolution. If you'd like to get the full show, come join us and become a member. tytnetwork.com/join.